I'm still going to listen to terrestrial radio because, I was part of that community. I like to still think I'm part of that community, but the problem with radio is that if you don't get that chance to sign off, you are forgotten. You are literally non-existent, which has been my biggest existential crisis as of late. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of weird and, I don't want to bash anybody when it comes to this. I'm very happy Nikki Black came back to the Bone, and I'm very happy she's on in the afternoons. But no guff on you, Nikki. I love you. But whenever I see her post, like, oh, it's been how many years since I've been back on the radio, and she posts the article where it says replaces Joe Hawk for leaving.
Oh, sure.
I'm just like, well, at least my name's still in some kind of, aura of the Bone and stuff like that.
That's that's a hell of a dark road, because if you think about it, it's just like you think about these people coming up and they're TikTok stars, and that's their whole identity. When you identify as a thing, like I am this, right, and that's going to make me feel good about myself. And then that's taken away. No fault of your own. It's simply
I know. It's the
bullshit,
business. It's the business.
And then you go, well, what am I?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And I've tried to subvert that and avoid that my whole life by going, no, it's about the work. And mostly that works. But, those highs are nice and those lows are, I suppose unavoidable.
Yeah.
But it makes what we do, even though we're not rolling in money here, we have a limited budget, as it were. But I mean,
exactly.
it makes the work mean more to me, And I try to bring that to work with me. Yeah, I'm on the radio, but who knows until when,
Yeah.
So everyone could be my last one, so I make sure to have a great time while I'm there.
Especially right now.
Especially right now.
No, that is the important point to take away from this, is that if you're doing the thing that you love it now. Because, and if it goes away tomorrow, because who knows? Who knows what corporation is going to buy Cumulus and, all of a sudden you're a Spanish-speaking, gospel state, whatever.
That happened.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Cats J.O. Exactly.
Okay, so it happens. And that's the thing, because unless you're in control of your own destiny, unless you're in control of your own content and everything, and that's kind of what we try to do with the Soundwaves stuff. What we're putting out there in the various forms that we're doing, we are in control of that. This is our thing. Nobody is going to come in and say you can't do Soundwaves. So as much as I would love to get back on stage and act, because I do enjoy doing that, I know that I'm going to be struggling. I know that what my limitations are.
Learning the lines and stuff like that.
It's one of the reasons I tried to get into voiceover, because I have the script right there, and I can act and I can perform and I can create, but I've got this right in front of me. So that helps.
Yeah.
Voiceover is harder to get into than radio, for fuck's sake.
I have been trying to get I've been trying to get into voiceover work, but it's like,
it's next to impossible.
Yeah,
it really is. To make any halfway decent money at it, it's next to impossible. So that's why I directed a play recently.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I did the directing as opposed to the acting thing, and it's nice to be in that environment. It's nice to be able to have the creative control and to design a set and to build props and to be in charge of all of this. But I'd like to be that guy up there on the stage doing the thing.
Yeah.
And I know that so that's one of the things when you get to be the ripe old age like me, Joe, when you when you get to be an old coot like me, the thing is I've done a lot of different stuff. You know? I mean, because I was in radio, I was a rock and roll radio DJ. Yeah. I did easy listening radio for a while. And I've acted in film and television and on stage and live performance, character stuff. I've done a lot of different things, and it's all entertainment related.
Yeah.
So for me, and I think this is maybe where part of the difference between what you and I are talking about here is your focus seems to be on radio per se. Yeah. Because you really want to do radio. And I wouldn't mind doing radio, but it's not the thing that I have to do. Right. That's why I've got kind of that blanket performer hat that I put on. I'm a performer, whether I'm dressing up as Charlie Chaplin or Austin Powers, or I'm doing a voiceover thing, or I'm directing. I'm bringing something to people to entertain them. Yeah, and that's something to think about as far as your stuff is concerned. Because to have a goal to say I want to be in radio, that's great. It's like me. I've got a TV series that I'm trying to sell right now. I want to be a writer and sell this TV series. Right, but that's not the only thing. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to blow my brains out. Or anything.
Right,
I'm not saying that
no.
you are either.
No, no,
you're
no.
not that far, into it and stuff. So the thing is, I think the important takeaway for all of us here is to find why you feel compelled to do the thing you want to do, whether it's radio or TV or theater or whatever. Find out what gives you the joy and the satisfaction in doing that. And if you can't do it in this particular thing, try and find a way to at least get a little bit of that joy back.
Yeah.
I like selling a TV series. You think finding a job in radio or doing voiceover work is hard. Try and sell a TV series,
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, the odds are stacked again. And what the fuck is wrong with us that we pick these things that we feel compelled to do that is like next to impossible?
I don't know.
Now that's the question to ask.
It is. We are literally Atlas or whatever pushing the stone up the hill just to let it drop again and push it back up and all that stuff.
But we keep pushing though.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's one of those things eventually, and it's Sisyphus is who you're thinking.
Thank you.
Eventually, fuck the Greek gods. Eventually we're going to get up and push it over the top. I'm no spring chicken. So, my clock may be running out a little bit. You guys still got a couple good years left in you though. So you'll get there. You'll get there.
Well, it's like I said on the Christmas show last year. All we have is now, and all we have is each other.
Yep.
And so the thing is, what we have is gear, what we have is YouTube, what we have is an opportunity, what we have is a channel, what we have is us.
Yeah.
And so what do we want to do? And I think we're finally to the point where we can do anything we want, And in the past, it's been like, somebody's like, oh, you want to go make a movie? Go make a movie. And you go, oh, excuses. But we don't have any excuses. Our own limitations. I mean, that's all we really bump up against is, how hard do I want to make it for myself to say yes?
Yeah.
And I think that's the amazing thing. Yeah, it's a lot of work. But again, my takeaway is that since and I'm not saying anything about anybody else. I'm just saying that I am not the guy in the room that needs the spotlight on me. I would much rather celebrate the people in my room. It's like if we're doing an interview here, Chasta's talking to somebody, you guys are interviewing. I'm over there being your number one fan.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel the pull to be that guy. Mm-hmm. That said, I think that's a result of just coming to enjoy what I do. Again, to maybe insulate myself from the fact that if I set myself up like I'm going to make $1 billion or I'm going to do whatever, I'm setting myself up to fail. I enjoy the work. I enjoy the people I do it with. Even when I'm by myself and I'm editing or I'm writing or I'm, looking at whatever, I try to find a thing about that I enjoy. That is the thrill for me, is to build the thing, to do the thing,
Yeah, I don't think you're necessarily setting yourself up to fail. I think
Right.
you may be setting yourself up for disappointment, though.
That might.
Because the thing is-
Yeah. No, you're right.
Because the
right.
thing is, why are you doing it? Are you doing it
Yeah.
because you want to be rich? You want to be famous? You want to be that? Or do you is the satisfaction come out of the product? Because if you love playing music for people, we got Soundwaves TV.
That's right.
You've got the interwebs. You can create your own show to scratch that itch. We've got DJ Bear, and intern Steve. They do programming, hours and hours of programming that people listen to. And if that's why you really got to crank it down to why. If you want to do it because you want to make a living at it, okay, well, maybe you need to find something else to make and I'm talking to myself here. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to myself. You want to be able to pay your bills.
We're each having individual therapy sessions.
Oh yeah, but that's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
We should take turns laying down on the table here. Yeah. But that's the thing. Why do you need to do what you want to do? What gives you that joy? Find a way to do it. That's what we've been doing for 40 years on Soundwaves, because it gives us joy to bring the music to the people. Yeah. That's, for me, that's the thing. So that's why I'm satisfied. I get satisfaction out of doing Soundwaves.
If I could walk away and just go, that was cool. It's a bonus when people like it. Of course I want people to like it.
Yep.
Of course I want to build a thing that people like. You know what I mean? And when they do, that's great. But my first line of defense is like, did we have a good time doing it? Did we piss each other off? Did we learn something if we pissed each other off? If we can take this experience and move out of it and go, yeah, we're better at this now. We're closer now. Then to me, that's the first line of defense is, at the end of the day, what all y'all think is none of our business. We hope that you like it. What people think about us, what people think about me. It's like, aren't you concerned about? No, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
All I can concern myself with is the right here and the right now. And if we can make cool shit and we could do it and do it together and respect each other and all grow together, that's it. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'd like a bigger house. And maybe that'll happen. But otherwise, I enjoy this, you know?
Okay, so what do you want out of life? You know, what
do you want out of us?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
But seriously, let us know. I mean, get in on the conversation. Let us know what your dreams are, what your desires are, how you're going to get where you want to go, or if you've got some great secrets to share how to get where you're going, let us know.
We'll take it.
Please.
Yep. Like, subscribe, do all of those things, and I'm going to raise my glass to you guys because we are artists, we are entertainers,
We are.
and we love doing what we do.
Yes, we
There's
do.
no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Never mind. Close it.
Yeah, we'll discuss this offline.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the next Soundwaves TMI, everybody. Cheers.